Yeah.
Here we go. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Feeling like a Wednesday or a Thursday, perhaps. Half the week already gone through this one day. We are in a period of adjustment, and I thank you all for hanging in with us. It is Monday, and so we have our social activist, Coy Malone. Hey, Coy.
Hey Sybil, hey Huggy, hey Chris, how's everybody doing today?
And we are looking like the Brady Bunch here, aren't we? And
Mm-hmm.
of course, we have our own Chris, Paul, and Huggy Lowdown. Hello, gentlemen.
What's up? How you doing, young ladies?
Yump and Yemenis, we are great. We're going to talk a number of things today, but obviously, we're going to start with the weather in our topical. I'm hearing myself come back as on somebody's, but I'm not sure what that is. We're going to talk weather. We've had, Coy, especially where you are, we've had tornadoes go through today. And the tornadoes touched down in South Carolina, Kentucky, and Tupelo, Mississippi hit last night. And the tornado touched down this afternoon in South Carolina as well as in Georgia. So, Coy, what happened to you? You just had you had some storms, but not a tornado.
Yeah, not in my area. I'm a little bit north of the city, still in Atlanta, but north. And what I did hear was a lot of thunder, saw a lot of lightning, but there have been reports of a lot of trees down all over the city. There's been a lot of flash flooding, especially downtown area. Apparently, one person died out west of the city in Douglasville, which is unfortunate. And there was a tornado that was spotted. So it's a little scary. Been kind of up just watching the news reports since early this morning and hoping for the best.
Yeah, you mentioned Atlanta proper. Metro Atlanta is bracing, according to AJC.com, they're bracing for more storms to come. One person was killed by a falling tree in Douglasville, and some people reported what a lot of us hear when they say a tornado is coming. This is their reporting, is saying that it sounds like a train is coming through, and that's what folks did today. A combination of strong winds and toppled trees and power lines across Metro Atlanta, and as I said, killing one man who was crushed inside of his vehicle.
And it did sound like a train or a horn or some type of tornado alarm going off. Like I immediately jumped up. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You have to have an escape plan for that. And a lot of people, unfortunately, aren't aware of things like that can happen here in Atlanta. It's not common, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, our weather bunny is Myra J, and she's usually on top of that kind of thing. Where to go, how to have all your supplies and stuff. She's a real weather watcher. But having grown up in,
if you see Negroes leaving Papados, it's serious. It's serious. No, that's the category.
Plates.
But you've never seen Negroes leaving Papados. It's never been that serious, apparently.
Today may have been the exception. I don't know. But we do wish the best for a lot of people. I know that the Tupelo, I think, that went through last night. And that's really the worst of it, is when these come through at night and the darkness as well as no power and that kind of thing. It really does take an effect on folks. And then you wait for the light, the next day's light coming in and to be able to survey the damage.
But the problem in Atlanta is you can't tell if it's weather or the women twerking. Was that a thunderclap or a booty clap?
Or a booty clap.
I'm going outside to get wet.
Just imagine the fellas at the strip club don't know what the hell.
Damn! Right.
Everybody else doesn't know if that's the sound of hail hitting the windshield or chicken wing bones hitting the sidewalk.
All right then. Okay.
That's the problem that we have here. You go outside, you see like chicken wing bones all over the sidewalks in Atlanta. Yeah, it's a new epidemic.
And we're running out of chicken. Did you guys see that?
I saw that. They're gonna start charging Negroes $8 a wing now.
Right? You used to think it was a real bargain when you were able to go.
Come on over to Slutty Vegan, brother. Come on over to the Slutty Vegan.
Now we know why they were fighting in the drive-thrus at Popeyes.
Okay. Yeah, they're anticipating that chicken shortage, and that is no joke. On a serious tip, today was a funeral of another black man killed by cops. Andrew Brown Jr. Was given a homegoing service by family and friends in North Carolina, Elizabeth City, North Carolina. He was killed April 21st by the county sheriff's department's deputies who were there to execute a search warrant and an arrest warrant. They said related to drugs. And the 42-year-old man was shot as he sat in his car. 4 bullets shot, 1 striking him in the back of the head. And up to now, the family and only a couple of members of the family and their legal advisors have seen 20 seconds of the video, you guys. And this is, and now it's a big contention, a big disagreement going on, which was even mentioned during the service today. Both Reverend Al was one of those and others who were eulogizing Mr. Brown and saying, you know, justice needs to be done. We need to see the video. What takes you so long? Why do you need 30 to 45 days in order to get these videos, unless you're hiding something?
Yeah, to prepare it, definitely. You know, I saw a police chase this morning in Los Angeles. It lasted, I want to say about an hour and a half. They were able to stop the person eventually. Mind you, he ran until the tire fell off of the car and continued on rims. I did not see one bullet, not one taser. I didn't even see them tackle the man when they finally surrounded him.
So Coy, do they do the tack strips in order to
puncture the tires?
No, it's just the tire pops on the highway.
And that's how fast he was going, probably. And
it wasn't even that fast. This is a high-speed chase. I think the max that he reached was like 85 miles per hour. I'm like, well,
okay,
everybody's
for some of us,
breaking the
that's
law.
fast.
You said it wasn't going fast, it's just 85 miles per hour. If my car starts shaking at 60.
Right. Most of us are driving cars like that, right, Huggy? So.
The cops must love it when they're in a chase and it's an electric car. They're like, we'll wait. Sooner or later.
This one was a Prius.
Sooner or later.
It was a Prius.
It was a Prius.
That's an OJ to relapse, man.
You know?
I think they were white, and there was nothing that was deployed. So, like we've been saying, and like we always say, this person, Mr. Brown, had a chance to live. There's no reason why he should have been shot the way that he was. Yeah. Not for a warrant that doesn't deserve a death certificate.
Yeah.
And another thing, we need to stop letting the police and the media frame these brothers and these sisters when they say it was a drug-related warrant. Right. We don't know what that means, because if it was 50 kilos of coke, they would have told us by now.
Okay.
Right. A warrant could be anything. And let's keep in mind, marijuana is legal all around the country right now.
They bring in the spin doctors.
That is not a death sentence.
Right.
If the brother got pulled over and had weed one time or something like that they'll just say it was a drug-related thing. That does not make him a bad person.
Yeah, like it's justification.
Absolutely not.
He's not some kingpin. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He is, and just a man who was trying to get his, I mean, as was explained by a friend of the family, and him just trying to get his life together, find a house. He said he just wanted a house so he could get all his kids together, and giving us a more humane and human portrait of this man, and the loss, and his children speaking so lovingly of him, and cousins and what have you. And that's what we needed, Hug, because, and Chris, as you say, talking about it being on drug-related charges, we don't know. We absolutely don't know. And this has been an opportunity since now we're talking 2 weeks almost since the murder, that they have been able to get their story together, right? Right. And create this picture of a man who deserved to die at the hands at the guns of police. This just doesn't make any sense.
John Boehner sells weed.
Right, right. The former Speaker of the United States House. Right. He's a weed man and a red wine man. You know, so it's like, and of course his son-in-law is Jamaican. But
wow.
Okay.
That's why he got into business.
Exactly.
Hey, look here, brother. You see his whole hue done changed, so he's not as orange as he used to be.
Well, because somebody else became more orange than John Boehner. Remember that. Yeah. And the oranger you get, the worse it is. So now they're talking about the family being able to see more video than the 20-second snippet, in which they had one picture that they gave to the public saying that, his hands were on the steering wheel, all of this stuff, you guys. And the district attorney is saying, oh, no, he looked like he was, ready to plow down the police. And luckily the family, whatever the family saw, said that wasn't the case. And so it's gonna take a while for this all to play out.
Why is it the same copy and paste narrative when it's our people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the guy they just arrested? They was like saying he had a rough day. He wasn't.
Right. This is the guy in Atlanta. Remember,
Right.
who killed the 10 people? Right? Was it 10?
Right. Yeah. He said he was having a bad day.
Yeah,
The little fella said he wasn't having. He was having a bad day. Like what?
Exactly. That was a bad day. He was having a rough day. And so this is another indication of how they frame their picture and how they wanted to do, whether you take them to Burger King for a sandwich or whether you are, just giving him some advice, which they probably did because, this was looking like a racial crime and hatred crime. And so in Atlanta, in that case, anyway. So Reverend Al was amongst the speakers, and he said, this is the sad thing. This was his second eulogy in 2 weeks.
Right.
Mm.
And for a Black man killed by law enforcement. And he had just eulogized Dante Wright at his April 22nd funeral. And so April 21st, Andrew Brown was killed. April 22nd, the next day, he was funeralizing Dante Wright. And he's saying this must stop. Enough is enough. And how many funerals do we have to have until we tell the Congress and the Senate, you've got to do something in these times? And so our prayers obviously go out to that family and hoping that they get justice and they get some answers, but not at the extent, not due to the loss of life.
Right.
This is something
I don't know what tweet I clicked on a few days ago, but I never realized. I guess I should have expected. There is so much Ben Crump hatred on Twitter.
Yeah.
From the whole MAGA crowd and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they hate this brother. I'm like, they're like, oh, he's going to rush to this one as soon as it's a news story. They're like, Ben Crump. Do you think he wants to be on TV this much?
No.
Exactly.
Do you think this is why he went into law?
They're more angry at what he's doing as opposed to what happened.
Trying to get justice.
Right.
And they're doing the same thing with Reverend Al too. And what had happened was in the George Floyd case, they just crossed the street to Dante Wright's situation.
Right.
They were there for George Floyd's trial, and they just crossed over and drove a couple of miles for the Dante Wright family and their situation.
It's just a mob mentality. They want to have something to be mad about so they can continue fueling their own agenda and have an outlet. These people need to learn how to paint or something.
Well, maybe they need to go the John Boehner route. I don't know. But obviously, this is something that is grossly unfair. And the last thing I want to talk about is your mayor in D.C. is keeping COVID restrictions in place, right? And so
Mary Bird.
No, I'm sorry.
Mary Bird is our mayor for life.
I'm sorry.
I know.
The mayor who's holding his place right now.
He's gone, bro.
Not in my heart, bro. Not in my heart, bro. That's why I voted for Merle Bowser, because it sounded like Mary Bird. Mary Bird.
Bowser, MB and MB. Yeah, I get it, huh?
But dig, this sister's keeping the restrictions in place because she's found it's the perfect way to keep her man from being out in these streets. She don't have to worry about her husband going to the clubs at night,
Is that what it is?
Right.
Well, she is keeping people from dancing at weddings and 25% of capacity at wedding events and things like that. And so people are up in arms, and now they're trying to find new places.
Last wedding she went to, she's like, "Who's her husband? Who's he dancing with over there?
Who is?
He won't be doing it again."
No, she's getting a husband and wives prepared for marriage. You'll see. Shit gonna change real quick, brother.
Meanwhile, Our least favorite governor, or when I say favorite, I am being sarcastic. Governor DeSantis of Florida is ripping up all the restrictions. He's like, oh, come on, let them eat cake, let them get COVID. Go ahead, take your mask off. No,
I mean,
you know,
he's passing laws saying you must sneeze in someone's face once a day.
He's just a serial dumb fuck, Sybil. I don't even know what to say about this guy, man.
You are absolutely right, Hug. He is a serial. You're absolutely right. And so that is what is going on in the world. And do we have our information on our trending, the story I'd like to do? No? Okay. This is
By the way, you know that all this time we had no idea that's Huggy's bathroom that he's in right now. Did you know that? He's on the toilet during this show every week.
No shit.
Not during the show.
No, not at all.
He's leaning back on it.
Oh, that was my elbow, wasn't it?
Right. I wasn't fortunate to have a bidet like Chris.
Oh, Chris, you have a royal bidet? But do you?
Yeah, but it's in my urinal. It blows me from the front.
Oh my God.
I think bidets are weird.
I think a bidet that blows you from the front is weird.
Weirder.
But, you know, okay,
That's the married man in the house.
whatever blows your skirt up there, my friend. Okay.
That's a good pickup line for you, Huggy. Girl, I'll drink your bidet water.
That's as gross as what the original line was. You're absolutely right.
And she say, "What's a bidet?"
I didn't vote for Joe Bidet.
I like her bidet.
Her bidet.
Gentlemen, this brings us to a point where we can talk about what you all are doing Mother's Day weekend. What are you doing?
Oh, last minute productions. What is it?
Well, Huggy and I were having a conversation, and we were talking about how moms really love him. Like we're out on the road performing.
Not my mom, other people.
No, his mom hates his ass.
Everybody but your mama.
Right. Right. But they always come up to us and then say, my mom loves you. I said, well, bro, you need to do.
And then they'll call their
right.
mom.
They'll
call their mom right
talk
there.
to them while they're there with you.
Right.
So this Mother's Day, Huggy is going to be making Mother's Day videos for you to give your mom. Personalized Mother's Day videos.
Oh, nice.
So if you'd like to have a video of Huggy wishing your mom
fucking
a happy Mother's Day, just drop us an email at huggylovesyourmama@gmail.com. Huggy loves yo, Y-O. Huggy loves yo mama, M-A-M-A, at gmail.com. And tell us your mom's name and everything. We'll respond and give you all the information that you need, including the cost. And it'll be a very, very, very small fee. We know that.
Don't say small fee and put your hands together, bro.
Very small fee.
So this is the it's not a cameo, it's a Chrisio or a Huggy.
Yeah. We couldn't get in on Cameo.
Yeah.
So you got to create your own, right? Cut out the middleman.
True.
Yeah.
Right. But each video will be personalized. It'll be funny. And it's something your mom can keep for the rest of her life.
Oh, that's nice. And then they'll stop calling their mama at the show. For you.
Huggy loves your mama at gmail.com.
Please, ladies and gentlemen.
Needless to say, there's a deadline.
Yeah, well, so that's a good question because we're like 6 days out from Mother's Day. So what is the deadline?
Saturday's the deadline, but it'll all be in the email we respond to you with.
Okay. All right.
Huggy loves your mama at gmail.com.
The details are for.
And if you include a picture of your mama, he may really love your mama. But the cutoff is age 80.
I'm an octogenarian lover. Brother Preston said octogenarian.
So that'll be a great Mother's Day gift, and we thank you for that and for doing that. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on in the newsletter, what you need to know newsletter. And this is the first story, obviously talking a little bit about what we talked about with the Andrew Brown funeral, and asking the question, how many more murders of black people by police before the systems are changed? And obviously looking at Dante Wright and looking at Breonna Taylor, who still has not received any justice in terms of criminal action, especially from those police that did the damage, and killing her and putting her boyfriend through all that they put him through. But the question still remains, and when are we going to see some justice there? And that takes us to the Justice in Policing Act, the George Floyd Act law, and which has been passed by the House twice, and still nothing in the Senate. Which brings us to the question: what do you think about all of this about the racist America that Senator Tim Scott is denying, as is the Vice President?
That honestly shows you how racist this country is. This country is so racist that forget Tim Scott, fuck him. Kamala Harris knows that she has to lay it out like that, saying it's not racist because it will impact her political future. Like, if she tells the truth about racism, I mean, we know she's smart, and we know damn well she knows this country is racist as shit. But she has to play politics in this because it will destroy her political future. It'll be a soundbite that's used against her to get white folks not to vote for her at a certain point. That's how racist this country is. You can't even tell the truth about racism.
Sad.
You can't even tell the truth. I mean, it says a lot about people. Like, you look at how many people are just sick and tired of seeing black people protesting on the news. They're tired of seeing Ben Crump. They're tired of seeing Al Sharpton at the funeral. That's what they're tired of seeing. Really? Not the black people getting killed by cops? That's not what you're tired of.
It's an inconvenience.
Right. That's not what you're tired of. That's racism.
The protester tying up traffic and and all of this.
That's it. And it's sad again that she had the vice president can't even, because she has to be a president for everybody instead of just being a president for the truth.
Right.
I wonder how Joe Biden would answer that question, though. Like, it's safer for him to tell the truth than her.
Oh God, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And especially if you think in terms of, however long he's going to be in office, and her being in the batting cage waiting to come up next. And especially as a black woman, and that in this country.
But that damn Tim Scott, I don't know who poisoned his liver pudding, Sybil, but he is one dumb one.
Well, you know what? This is going to be interesting how it all plays out. But what I didn't like was the name calling. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that it's. I know people are angry, and there's but it doesn't serve any purpose. Once you get past calling him these various names or calling her names.
Oh, people was calling them names.
Oh. You didn't post anything, Hug?
Under my sister's name.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry, Dave.
Coy, let's talk about your social justice story. This is really interesting, and a lot of people have known about it as a result of social media. I'm not sure if we have the video for this. We have one, too? Okay. So, Coy, give us a little bit, and then we'll go just of the story about the soldiers at the IhOP.
Okay, so there were some soldiers from an Army base, Fort Belvoir in Lawrence, Virginia, that decided to go to IhOP for lunch. And so a woman came over, thanked them for their services, offered to pay for their lunch, put $30 on the table, left. She came back for whatever reason and started harassing this group to the point where, one of them starts.
Hold on. So she put $30 down, came back, and took $24 back.
Yeah,
right?
She took like $26 back after she started harassing them and
I think
accusing
this
them
is
of
where
stealing her money.
I think this is where we come in on the video.
Just so you know, I came back in to give her the rest of the cash from my wallet because you guys have this.
Ma'am, please walk away. Please. No. Ma'am, can you please leave?
Because
Can you just please leave? We're leaving. Can you excuse? I'm trying to get out.
You need to find another place to be away from here.
Can you please leave?
you're a restaurant?
No, but
So
you're
Ma'am?
you're making a problem.
Ma'am.
You
No,
need to leave us. You need to leave us.
Ma'am,
You
thank
need to leave us.
Thank you, sir. Can you please
You
leave?
need to, is there a cop or somebody around here? There's a cop here. They need to get her out of here.
You need to call the cop because they're really, this is not.
This is what I asked you not to do. Let's go,
Are you the thin blue line? I get confused. Are you BLM?
Leave him alone.
Are you Antifa? Are you BLM?
You need to be quiet and walk.
So that's part one, I believe, and the big guy, the white guy, is a former military man himself, and it, took about 3 or 4 of her to take him, but she, felt emboldened enough to try to take him on. I think we have part 2 as well.
Hi, motherfucker. I will fucking drop you.
Oh, drop me, really?
You want to go? You want to go? You want to go?
This lady is coming over here yelling, screaming, cussing at these guys.
So obviously there's something wrong with this woman, obviously.
Yes.
Whether it's a mental, chemical imbalance there, she has some issues. And this has gone viral. And the young man, whose name is Joe with an accent, has since with TikTok and Facebook and has given all of his approaches to the story and the love that people had given him. And so much to the point that Coy, the head of the Army base, has launched an investigation into this.
Yes, so they're trying to locate more details about this woman and find out, why did she even do this? Like, what is going on here? IhOP hasn't confirmed if they have gotten local authorities involved, if they've launched an investigation as well, but they did release a statement basically saying that this was an isolated incident. It has nothing to do with IhOP, how they treat their customers. It's no reflection of them and their company, which we understand, because I love showing up at IhOP at any time. Like, that's one of the places I like to go to if I'm hungry. So just to think that these young men were here eating lunch and being thanked for their services, to turn around and to be harassed like that just shows like nothing saves us from being black.
No, not
At
even
any
a
kind-
good lunch at IHOP.
And
This
first,
is in-
what you
They're
said
not
is
even respecting the military.
right. What you said is
Sure.
first is right, Sybil. She's definitely has a mental issue.
Mhm.
But the thing is, I believe that extreme racism in our country is driving people insane. I mean, when you all you do is watch that Fox News bullshit, and all you do is feed hate, it will make you absolutely crazy. You can't just walk around. The human body, the human spirit is not built to carry around hate all the time. 24 hours a day. Now, especially when people have been cut off from their loved ones, cut off from their family, cut off from their friends, working from home on Zoom or whatever.
Yeah.
That just leaves you isolated with your hate. So when you finally leave the house, that's what you get. And also what Huggy said is right. We notice how one of the two groups of people that white folks is always nothing but respect: the police and the military.
Right.
That is completely broken down now.
Right.
Yeah.
That wall has been broken down by hate. We see police officers disrespecting military.
Yeah.
Military. We see just regular people, civilians disrespecting military, as in this. We see civilians disrespecting the police when they attack the Capitol.
Yeah.
Those two institutions that were so sacred to white America are no longer sacred.
No, and you're right. I really believe that all of our, we did quarantine for a reason. But while we're in the midst of this, instead of doing things to enrich our lives, a lot of folks get caught up watching those programs and listening to people who mean no good and who are there to spread lies.
Prepaid patriots.
Yeah, right, right. And to disrupt this country, as we've seen since the beginning of this year, or actually into the end of last year with the election, and how all of that went. So you're absolutely right. So question for all of us, and I will raise my hand. I'll start it off for our question of the day.
That's one of them questions, bro.
No. This is and you can be as honest with you, but the question is very simple. Did you gain weight during the pandemic?
Hell yeah. I got on Spanx right now, Sybil.
Well, I think we're all in good company. Chris, Huggy, Coy, you, me, for sure. Coy, I'm not sure. Did you gain, Coy?
I didn't really gain so much as I started to spread. I thought I had an issue, so I did buy a new scale to check it out.
That's the same shit, Coy.
And the weight is still the same number.
I didn't gain weight. I just
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I had my checkup today, as a matter of fact, this morning.
Okay.
And the first thing they do when they take you back, it's the first time I've been in a doctor's office in over a year. Everything has been by Zoom. So I go in there, and the first thing they do is make you step on the scale. When I saw it, I just said, "This is bullshit! This is a fucking liar!"
And then he left the barbershop.
Right. So, but then check it out. So then the nurse takes me back in there, and she's asking me all these questions, and she takes some blood, and then I wait while they run the blood, and then the doctor will come in and tell me about it.
And then she told you to stand in front of the bidet.
So look. So basically, my doctor and I sat there for the next 20 minutes trying to figure out how it's possible my numbers are so good. Considering I gained weight, I told him I totally abandoned exercise. I'm not on any kind of health kick or nothing like that. He's like, "Oh, how is this possible?" I said, "I have no idea. I mean, I prepared for the worst.
Right.
I prepared
for him to walk in there and say, "Oh, nigga, you got 2 months."
To lose weight or just 2 months, period?
He said first, she's asked me to pay the bill first. I need you to pay this bill right now.
Dang.
I need you to swipe your card right before we go any further.
Well, let me show you someone who also feels our pain, Hug, and we'll come back to you. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, I saw that.
Will Smith.
Fat boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you?
He needs to change his name to Mill Smith.
But a lot
of the Fresh Prince of Bojangles.
Bojangles, yes. Guys, that was his favorite commercial.
Sybil, I can't fit shit, Sybil. All my shit have elasticity in them. I'm in everything. All sweats. I'm wearing all sweats.
I even had to let my socks out.
I'm buying new condoms now, Chris.
Slurp. Drink to that. So let us know if you too are feeling the pain, and if you've not gained weight.
We haven't gained weight. I'm spreading. We're spreading out.
Right.
That's what my scale said.
That was her alternative fact
moment. Yeah. That does sound like a Donald Trump kind of line, doesn't it? No. I tell you.
But Will's going to go on Red Table Talk and break a chair.
The table.
Watch Will get a Weight Watchers deal. Watch.
Right. Watch.
Okay. All right. On to entertainment. As we mentioned, the Huggy Lowdown personalized video for moms available, and Huggy Loves Your Mama at gmail.com. Don't forget that. Huggy Loves Your Mama at
and
gmail.com.
Your baby mama.
That's not the email address.
We're going to do that on Baby Mama Day.
Okay.
Also, if you happen to be watching and you're Huggy's daddy, please. You can reach him at that same email address.
Skip gave me, You know, we had the detective brother found the real identity of the identity of my real stepdad.
I know that.
No.
Yeah, yeah, we found the real identity of my real stepdad. So
Is that right? And
Well, there's actually going to be a PBS documentary on
okay.
the search
So Dr. Skip
the search for Huggy's real father.
Real
The
dad.
show is called Multiple Possibilities.
what you saying about my mama, nigga?
I think we know.
Bro, I'm saying
and happy Mother's
saying
Day to
she had-
Miss
she had
Patty
fun
Brown.
back she had fun in her youth.
Huh?
She had fun back then.
Shit, man. My mother was a saint.
And still the questions remain. This question is about, and I couldn't decide where to put this story because it just came down this afternoon, but it has been announced that the richest couple in the world are getting a divorce.
I saw
Bill
that, Sybil.
and Melinda Gates
What's up with
are
these billionaires going their separate ways?
separating after 27 years. And their statement, we no longer believe we can grow together as a couple. Who needs to grow as a couple?
Real problem is at his age, Bill is Microsoft.
Where is that? Where's that snare when we need it?
That's good shit.
That was great, Chris. That was
So
absolutely great.
She might, he probably seen Jeff Bezos do his thing. Jeff Bezos happy.
Yeah, he is.
Not saying he wasn't happy before, but and his wife married the school teacher.
Yeah, and he's very happy. But here's the other part of the story. No prenup.
I knew that.
Ooh,
She wouldn't be divorcing if there was a prenup.
somebody finna be.
You don't leave that much on the table.
She'd still be trying to grow as a couple or making them
Right.
think that they were growing as a couple. So,
Right.
Damn, he might be working at the store, Chris.
He's working on a new chemical for his Microsoft problem. Yolanda, do we have?
That's the new hustle, boy. That's Steve Jobs' wife, man. Remember Steve Jobs?
What was that woman? You
know who she date?
She was Fenty, right?
She date the former mayor of DC.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He better not fuck that up.
Well, I hope Bill Gates' wife hooks up with a brother, so then we can say she left him for a Mac.
Got a million of them.
He should date Kanye.
Oh no!
Oh,
Easy. Cheesy. We got a couple more things that we want to do before we end up here today. First of all, yes, I do. Want to take our last feel-good video of the day.
Sybil, there's no one there. Why do you keep talking? There's nobody there.
She gotta talk to the plant.
Talking to the plant. It's the plant, bro.
She lost her damn mind during
You got a
quarantine
plant, bro.
Quarantine
by
living.
herself.
Yeah, I know.
See Phil as a plant.
And you can see there really is no one because I'm trying to get this feel-good video of the day and nothing's happening.
What happened? What? Oh, way. I'm going to prom. Thank you. We see. I will go to prom with you. Thank you. Yep, I love them. Thank you.
That's a good day, huh, Dale?
Best day ever.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
That's awesome, Phil.
Best
great.
day ever. Oh
That's
my
awesome.
gosh. That's just.
I'm about to fucking cry.
You cutting onions in there, fella?
Oh, what are you drinking, bro? What the hell is that?
That's water.
Brown water. Where'd you get
Where you live? Where you live in
from
Flint?
Potomac?
Yeah. It's coffee, boy.
Oh,
No, No Flint
Nope.
slander, man. No Flint slander.
Flint.
No.
Okay.
Before we go, one more thing. Of course, it's time for our daily inspiration, also known as
Yogi's Juice.
Hold on, motherfucker. I was drinking the water. Yogi's
Yogi's
and this is perfect for you guys. Being happy is part of a healthy mind. Being happy is part of a healthy mind. And with that, gentlemen, the thunder is coming. The storm is now coming through Texas.
Really?
And yeah. We're before we lose our electricity here. I want to thank you guys so much for coming on. And
wrapping up early, Sybil. What time?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're trying to make way. Storms are coming.
Wrap it up.
The person who is not here is telling me to wrap it up. So, inside my head, I guess. So, thank you guys so much. Tomorrow is Tuesday. J. Anthony Brown will be here, and we thank Huggy and Chris. Will you guys come back next week?
Absolutely. Huggy loves your mama at gmail.com. Get that video for your mom for Mother's Day.
That's right.
See y'all in a week.
Have a great weekend.
Next Monday.
And happy Mother's Day to all out there who are watching today, and especially to Miss Hattie Jean Lowdown. We appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Sybil. Yeah.